Swiss watches are actually made in China.
I'm the world's most famous Swiss watchmaker, and I can confirm that most Swiss watches are made in China. Before I was fired by one of the world's largest Swiss watch companies for actually talking about this kind of stuff on TikTok, I worked on some of their watches dating back to the 70s that were mainly made in China. So this has been going on for at least 50 years. At this point, some of you are probably thinking, wait, aren't there strict laws governing what kind of products can have Swiss made on them? Well, yes, there are laws, but they're far from strict. At least 60% of the cost price, including research and development costs, must be realised in Switzerland. That's pretty vague from the get-go. It wasn't until I was working on an expensive 18-karat gold watch like this that I saw how much these laws could actually be bent. The case and bracelet were clearly hallmarked and showed that they were not manufactured in Switzerland. I was replacing the diamond dial and hands. Both had paperwork to show they'd been manufactured in Asia. The only thing that looked like it'd been made in Switzerland was the movement of the watch, and as that was a cheap quartz battery movement, it was probably worth about $5, yet this watch was still stamped as Swiss made. So what did that really mean? And why isn't a huge multi-billion-dollar scam like this a massive global scandal? Well, it's unlikely to make any front page news because the watch industry is actually one of the last industries who still spend big bucks on traditional print media advertising to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars per year. So they're unlikely to want to shoot the golden goose. Okay, so the mainstream media aren't going to talk about it, but why are finance content creators like this guy and not watch influencers talking about this kind of thing? Watch bloggers and influencers are even less likely to say anything than the big mainstream media groups because their entire business model is tied to the fact that they get paid advertising, they have access to watches, they get taken to events, they get to hang out with celebrities. Their entire life is tied up in the relationship they have with the brand, so there's no way they can say anything about it. So if you want a real Swiss-made watch and you're not prepared to buy from a small independent watchmaker, it has to be a big brand name. I would suggest you buy a watch manufactured prior to 1970 or you spend more than $20,000. And as always, a huge thank you to all my wonderful subscribers who pay for all my legal bills and help keep me independent and away from all the big watch brand money. If you actually want to learn about watches, no bullshit, no brand interference, go and check out the world's #1 watch podcast, The Rob and the Regulator Show, with myself and my best mate Rob. He's an ex-AP watchmaker who then went on to run the first Richard Mille boutique in Switzerland, and he's on TikTok. Go and give him a follow too.